Today we're reacting to Brittany Renner just made the worst decision of her life. This has unfolded exactly how we thought. We reacted to a couple of videos of her situation making the, you know, Muslim thing, and I feel like it showed itself loud and clear. And now we're about to allow O'Shea to get us up to speed and up to date with this situation. Let's get into it.
Around 2018, Brittany Renner went viral when she posted a picture at the University of Kentucky Wildcats basketball game. She was there to see a particular player, PJ Washington.
PJ Washington. We used to play this nigga back in high school, man. Yeah, back in the day.
And it wasn't because she was so interested in basketball. She was interested in something else. And by the time PJ Washington left the program in 2019 in Kentucky, he was drafted number 12 overall in the 2019 NBA draft by the Charlotte Hornets. But he didn't just go to Charlotte by himself. Brittany Renner came with him. And by the time 2021 came, well, there was more booty clapping sounds. And the results of those booty clapping sounds was a new kid. But of course, all good things seem to come to an end. PJ Washington and Brittany Renner had went their own separate ways. And we all wanted to know why it happened.
What was the last straw for you?
Honestly, the OnlyFans stuff. And he told me he had never purchased anything and wasn't doing this and this, and literally I just got
bitches, you finna cry? But he was the OnlyFans, he was a goon guy. He liked that OnlyFans. Okay, you know, everybody got their vice. You know, I personally never purchasing. It's just so much free that you purchase, and you choosing this I want to see this person right here. I'm finna pay for this. Don't matter the money. I'm finna buy that. It's something mental there. I feel like there's a mental thing there. Not saying he's special or nothing, but there's a mental wiring there.
Tell the truth. I pulled up bank records.
Damn.
That he had in the safe that we had, and I saw all these charges, and it was like a 2-year-old lie, and I'm like, you still didn't tell the truth about this?
Right. And this was for OnlyFans?
Yeah, and there's a lot of other
she
stuff.
airing this nigga.
Damn. Catching him watching of someone that I know. Tiana's.
Damn.
Oops. That's the fucking truth.
According to Brittany Renner, PJ Washington was hiding the fact that he was subscribing to certain women on OnlyFans.
PJ, come on, man. It's not about, I'm not worried about Brittany Renner. I'm just, nigga, you buying OnlyFans content, my nigga? You got you just can't control yourself, that you gotta purchase, put your card info. I think about the person that buys OnlyFans content, right? Because when you do that, I'm sure they probably got it to where you can maybe do the double click, Apple Pay, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you gift somebody subs, or you know what I'm saying, or you can pay your goddamn energy or internet bill with Apple Pay now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's maybe just a little double click with the face show, but making an account, PJ Washington. Email. Oh, let me do my email. The nigga PJ number PJ26. You in between that, you not bro, what am I doing? Right?
Including one of her friends, in which PJ Washington was watching her corn. This frustrated Brittany Renner because she now looked at PJ Washington as a liar, and she wasn't gonna deal with him any longer. Now, we gotta understand one thing. Even though Brittany Renner was willing to deal with PJ Washington being 7 years younger, he was on a short leash. That means that at any given time that he made a mistake, she was looking to leave the guy, simply because he didn't have enough experience and he wasn't the kind of man that she really respected nor that she wanted to be with. So she would be with him under certain booty clapping conditions, and he just didn't make the cut. PJ Washington ended up with somebody else around his age, and everything seemed to be okay with him. But rewind! But before meeting PJ Washington, Brittany Renner had the opportunity to meet Kevin Gates. Now, her experience with meeting Kevin Gates was completely different than that of PJ Washington. Kevin Gates is much older and somebody she respected a whole lot more. And even though Kevin Gates was married, that didn't stop Brittany Renner from pouring out all of her affections.
In 2019 is when I first saw you. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings true. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now. Yeah.
Again, she likes what she sees. Even though Kevin Gates is completely married to Drika Gates at this point, it doesn't matter. Drika Gates had been with Kevin Gates for a long time, even supporting him when he was locked up. She even produced some of his projects and put them together. But there was Brittany Renner flirting with a married man. But it doesn't matter because she really loves the guy. But fast forward! After the breakup with PJ Washington, Brittany Renner did a series of podcast interviews, one being with Anton Daniels. And at this particular time, Brittany Renner was really selling this whole idea that...
Why did Anton interview Felice Johnson? I reacted to a clip of that on my More Astral Dior channel. If y'all want to go see that, let me just warn y'all, it is very disturbing. But why did he do that? Just curious.
That she actually knew her self-worth and she wanted to find a new person under certain conditions.
You don't think that you'll ever have a regular relationship? Like a normal, hey, listen, we one big family? Because a lot of the things that you reference, you say, yo, I want to wear the pajamas on Christmas and all of that other type of stuff. You don't think that that's a realistic goal for you?
In my heart, it's on my heart, so I know it's real. But from what I've seen so far, and feeling kind of like a guinea pig, because I'm one of the OG Instagram girls, like, you know what I mean? There's a handful of us. But it feels like even if I athlete, rapper, or someone in the industry,
it's not a regular relationship. It's not a regular relationship. It'll never be a regular relationship. It don't matter if you even somebody that don't have nothing. You're not in a regular relationship when you're dealing with a nigga like that. Period.
Most likely won't be a monogamous, committed, devoted relationship.
Now, she doesn't really want to deal at this particular point in her life with celebrities or anybody else because she doesn't want to deal with anybody cheating on her. She's looking for somebody who wants to be with her and be in a serious relationship. This is interesting because eventually we will find out that after this relationship, she would then change her faith and then turn to Islam. But before that time came, Kevin Gates would make the transition first into Islam, even converting his own wife, Drika Gates. And now he went on to the podcast with Young Miami to express certain things about the religion and if he was allowed to take more than one wife.
Being Muslim, you can have multiple wives, right?
Say we can have 4, but 1 is preferred.
Okay, so if you can have...
I don't want multiple wives, I just want 1.
Okay.
I don't want that.
Why?
Because I just want my 1. I don't want to have multiple wives. I done did that already, that's bull. So I wouldn't want multiple wives. I mean, anybody that have multiple women, they look stressed out.
Stop the cap.
They are. There's nothing else to it. That is a stressful life. Stressful life. Some niggas is built for it, but some niggas, like, that shit is a stressful life. Juggling that shit.
Kevin Gates says clearly, I'm not interested in other women because that's just lame. But then when him and Brittany Renner finally get back together,
flicking up too,
he's talking to his mother about the criticism that he's receiving online. Now remember, Kevin Gates was cheating on Drika Gates allegedly for so long, and Drika Gates is a really, really nice wife, and we'll get back into that in just a moment. But Kevin Gates was telling his own mother this.
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care about what nobody say about me or what they think about me. You talking about people who ain't never killed nothing and ain't gonna never let nothing die. Ain't nobody on this earth that stop breathing because of you. So your opinion don't even matter to me.
What type of logic? You never even murdered nobody. Why does your opinion matter? You ain't never even murdered a nigga. I remember, bro, I was on the game. I'm talking one of my real street partners. We was on 2K, right? He was at his house. I was at my crib, and we playing the game. And he was woofing at a nigga on 2K. You know what I'm saying? And I'm laughing, ha ha ha, da da da. And one of the things he said was, "Nigga, you lame as fuck. You ain't never even been to prison." I'm looking at my partner. I'm listening to my partner. I'm like, that ain't nothing. And the nigga hit him with the prison not cool. That don't even. Why would I want to go to prison? I'm listening to my partner like, what are you talking about? You ain't never even been to prison. I know. I ain't never been to prison either. I don't know why he said. Then he proceeded to say he would piss on his and have relations with his dead grandma. You know how people would be on online on Xbox, or like on PlayStation, Xbox shit. You'll say, and niggas will say anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was woofing bad. But this is the same thing I get from that. Probably worse. Nigga, your opinion don't even matter. You never killed nobody. What?
I don't care how grandma say. I don't care what they say, baby. They mother mouth ain't no prayer book.
Exactly.
I'm doing what a Muslim man supposed to do. Yeah. It take a village. I thought it was, yeah. Black people love to say, it take a village. But then once I become a village, oh, it's a problem now.
Huh? No, he's telling his mom, I'm making a village. And Brittany Renner is right there like, oh, it's completely okay. Yeah, I'm eating it up. So he can have his first wife, which is Drika Gates, and then all of a sudden have Brittany Renner on the side when Brittany Renner clearly said that she did not want this situation. Now, let's go back to Drika Gates. Drika Gates also converted to Islam, just like Brittany Renner did. And again, Drika Gates doesn't seem to be a lady that is very confrontational.
You guys fight? No, not really. Okay, Kevin has this thing. He's like, a person would be really pissed off with you. And I was like, why? He was like, because you don't fight back. He's like, because you don't argue. Like, I really don't argue with him. Like, I'm not about to argue with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so amazing. Because I will argue.
I know. And you know what's so funny, though? I feel like he genuinely likes that.
Right.
But that's not why I don't do it. I just don't argue.
Right.
Like, I don't have,
like you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm not going there.
And even though Kevin Gates is clearly a liar and a womanizer, she still hasn't come out and defamed him. But somebody else did.
It's honestly just sick how I was just laid up with him and you seen it and decide to hit him up to meet up. Just disgusting. He called you washed several times and that you lost your glow. That just goes to show you how this man just uses women when it's beneficial to him. Just manipulative and narcissistic as you turned Muslim because it's a trend and it's honestly a mockery to the religion. Cut it out.
Now, this other chick is basically saying that Kevin Gates was just with her the other day and that he was even talking bad about Brittany Renner, and Brittany Renner converted over to Islam just because it's the thing to do. Now, it is sort of the thing to do. You see these rappers like Lil Durk doing it, but she only did so because of Kevin Gates. But wait, there's more.
That would be insane. Imagine switching your... Well, I guess people do that.
Brittany Renner has officially married, in some regard, Kevin Gates. She's showing this particular ring. She's showing up to the Basketball Wives premiere. And this is indicating that Kevin Gates is her new husband. Now, we already have heard some rumors that Drika Gates is going to divorce Kevin Gates because of the cheating. And it seems that Drika Gates is kind of like in dismay. Doesn't really know what to do with her life. And if you go and look at her ex, you can see that he's also left her in a bad situation. Look at this.
Proud to say that I've successfully completed the first trimester of school. Just started the second one. I'll be completed with this one in its entirety by January 1st, 2026. Sex and love coach.
Proud to say that I've successfully completed things that she's studying. I mean, it looks like this is basically something that's unaccredited and something that's like, I don't know. It's kind of like your normal credit repair kind of guru kind of thing. Like, this is somebody trying to reinvent themselves because their husband is no longer supporting them, so they're going to try to reinvent themselves as a sex and love coach, and I don't know where the hell you go to school for that. And what it appears is that Kevin Gates leaves his women dusty and confused and without much leadership, and this is what is concerning to me about this whole Brittany Renner thing. Not really that I care, but I can see that Brittany Renner's life is full of bad decisions, and she's just made another one. Kevin Gates is a liar.
Why is this? Yeah. Why? Like, I'd imagine there's no real contractual binding with this marriage. But I just wonder, why does this nigga even, like, do this? Why does he make it bigger than it need to be? You Kevin Gates, you like what you like to live how you live. Do that on some Future shit. Future go on that bit. I buy all my bitches APs. She don't got no AP, not my bed, huh? You know what I'm saying? But this nigga trying to portray a upstanding nigga when you just do what everybody already expect you to do and how you want to live.
I mean, he's a cheater. Everything, or even worse, and what you accuse PJ Washington
of. Freakazoid.
But the reality is,
it's also now this situation right here. It's all about just she will allow another nigga to do something out of body that she wouldn't allow you to do. In these types of situations, I'm not talking about y'all's girl and nothing like that. Y'all, everybody in the relationship is in a good spot. Don't worry about nothing. Y'all are good. But situations like this though
is that you're willing to take it from Kevin Gates because you really love him, and you really didn't love PJ Washington. But Kevin Gates can get away with almost murder with Brittany Renner because she will go to the end of the world for this man. And that's usually how it is for certain women when they get with the man that they like. When it comes to you, they may not do that. For somebody else, they will. And you want to know what? That's okay with me, because she's going to end up in a precarious situation, and that's all her fault. She changed religions, she became a side chick, and Kevin Gates left allegedly Drika Gates to be with Brittany Renner, a woman who seems to be pretty much perfect in my eyes. And if you think that Kevin Gates isn't going to do that to Brittany Renner, something is seriously wrong with him, because he will. But Renner, we all told you so. So guys, what do you think?
Yeah, literally. Like, it will happen. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub, comment on Pinterest for your channel. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all. I'm gonna be gone. ADD lad, do it.